What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, I'm just going to get into this video. Um, the Lakers beat the Portland Trailblazers. I think the final score was 136 to 113. All right, and this improved their overall record to, I believe, 20-3. And look, man, at this point, and shout out to Ticket TV, man. He did a live stream last night and a video talking about the Lakers, and I agree with everything he said, man. I'm just going to say this at the beginning. At this point, if you can't give the Lakers props, then you're kind of a hater, man. No matter how you want to spin it, ain't no, ain't no, well, watch what I say. Watch this. This team gonna do this at the end. That's like you hoping this team fucks up. Like I understand. Look, man, I understand the media can make you hate LeBron James for what reason I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I get it. The media can get on your fucking nerves with the hype. It can. Uh, but at the end of the day, you have to be the bigger man and at least give people props when they are doing something well. The other night when James Harden had that 23-point game, to me, that was one of, if not his best performance of the season. And it came in a win. You saw how I love Russell Westbrook, right, as a player. But at the end of the day, you got to call a spade a spade. You got to be honest with yourself sometimes. Um, this right here, this team, and I'm thinking through all of LeBron's teams, this might be the best team LeBron's ever played on. And that fact alone, is leading me to the conclusion, barring injury, that this team is probably going to win the championship. And then another reason why I think this team's going to win the championship is the fact that you if you watch basketball, NBA basketball for a while, you just recognize the signs of a great team. They tend to roll through the league during the regular season. You understand what I'm saying? They tend to. There's not a lot of up and down. Don't get me wrong. There are championship teams that might go 50-32. They might not start off well, and they might have a little bit of an up and down season, but they end the season strong and go to play. But I'm talking about the great teams. You hear what I'm saying? I'm talking about the 92 Bulls, the 96 Bulls, the 2000 Lakers, uh, the 2000 and what team was that? Was it the 2012 Heat that won 66 games? No. 2013 Heat, I think they won 66 games. Uh, the 72 Lakers, the 83 Sixers, okay, the 87 Lakers, the 86 Celtics. I'm talking about these great teams that rolled through the regular season, beating the jabbers out of everybody. But they might lose a game here or there, and then they'll respond with 12-game winning streak. Then they might lose again. Then they respond with an 8-game, uh, winning streak. Then if they did lose 2 games in a row, then they're going to win 18 games in a row. The way they respond to losses is what you generally see in a championship team. And also a championship team has an arrogance and a swagger about them. And this team is starting to develop that. You know what I'm saying? They are rolling right now. And I really truly agree with something else that Ticket said. I touched on it in a video I did a couple days ago. If this team beats the Clippers on Christmas Day, as a matter of fact, if they beat the shit out of them, if it's not even like a close game, Because I have an aching suspicion that they're going to beat the Clippers. I might be wrong, but they might beat the Clippers. But we'll see. But if this team beats the Clippers, especially if it's convincing on Christmas Day, psychologically, yeah, this team is going to be pretty much unstoppable, man. Uh, the franchise record and the one-time NBA record is 69 wins by the 71-72 Lakers. Of course, they went 69-13. That team had an aging Jerry West, an aging Wilt Chamberlain, Happy Hairston that was on that team, Gail Goodrich, a forgotten Laker legend, or an all-time great Laker player at least. Also played with the Phoenix Suns. I think he spent some time with the Utah Jazz, but well, I think at the time they were the New Orleans Jazz. But that team had a lot of great players who just were clicking at the right time, and that team rolled through the regular season and into the playoffs and beat the Knicks in the finals. Uh, I think that franchise record may be in jeopardy the way the Lakers are playing. Um, Now remember the Bulls, the '96 Bulls. They went 41-3 before they lost their fourth game of their season. So I'm not saying they're going to win 70, but if they can go roll through the month of December, if they can roll through this month with pretty much without a loss, or maybe just one loss, um, and they keep having these 9, 10 game winning streaks, then there's certainly a possibility this team can win 70 games. I think it's almost a certainty, barring injury, this team's going to win at least 65 games. I'm almost certain of that, barring injury. This team is going to win 65 games. The question is if they can flirt with that record. And we all know that these players today are a little bit more. They're a little bit more concerned about reaching milestones and records and marks than prior generational players. It's at least more of a uh, priority in their minds. So if a situation occurs where they're flirting with that record come April, then that's something that could be a definite possibility. But let me address something else too. You have to give props to LeBron James. All right, you just got to. At this point, you have to give him props. I understand a lot of people that don't like the guy. Maybe it comes from the media. Always, a lot of guys in the media can turn you off. They're always giving him praise, which that tends to be the case. Um, that just happens when you are the marquee guy. People forget that there was a time when the media gave a lot of praise to Kobe Bryant. They did. You know what I'm saying? That's just, it is what it is. Jordan used to get so much goddamn praise in the late '90s. Even I got sick of it. Even I thought it was a little bit cheesy. You know what I'm saying? So I remember like in that last championship year, they would always play that goddamn song. I believe I can fly, and then show him in slow motion. I'm like, God damn, man. We do have other guys on the team. It's not just him, and I'm a Bulls fan saying that. So it is what it is, man. But at the end of the day, you got to give LeBron James credit, man, for what he's been doing this year. All right. He won that matchup last night against Carmelo Anthony. All right. So this season right now, on the 35 minutes per game, he's shooting damn near 50% from the floor. He's shooting 34% from 3-point range. He's actually shooting better from the two than his career mark. His career mark is about 55% shooting from 2-point range. He's shooting 56% from 2-point range. All right. He's averaging 25.6 points, 7 rebounds, and he's leading the NBA with 10.7 assists per game. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give LeBron James props for what he's doing this season. Um, he's even given effort on the defensive end this season, which in the 17th season, you look, man, you just got to at this point. You got to give this man props for what he's achieving. But of course, it's not just him. You have Anthony Davis, who's the best player that LeBron James ever played with. Uh, Dwayne Wade is a great player, but a great big man is something that is rare, especially in today's NBA. And this is the first time LeBron's probably not the best player on his own team anymore. And Davis has been thriving. You know what I'm saying? I think he's averaging 26 points. I think he's averaged like 9 rebounds, over 2 blocks. And the other guys on the team who uh, know their roles, Dwight Howard is a surprise to me. He's playing his role well. You know what I'm saying? I thought that he was going to be like the Dwight Howard he was a couple of seasons ago. But he's humbled himself. He's got himself in the best shape of his basketball life. And he's playing his role well. You know what I'm saying? This team is firing on all cylinders right now. And I think the better question right now is who can stop him? The Clippers are pretty much the only legitimate team that could stop him. But as the season is starting to slowly progress, I'm starting to see a little bit of a separation between the two. Like I think honestly, the Lakers right now are playing. They're playing better. They're playing more consistently, and they're playing more dominantly. The Clippers are still a potentially a matchup issue with the Lakers because of their perimeter defense. Uh, but the Lakers' interior defense has actually been looking a little bit more impressive to me. So it's like I said, the only team that can potentially give them an issue is the Clippers. But the Clippers have not quite lived up to expectations. You know what I'm saying? It was the Clippers were a team that were looked at as maybe being a team that can win 60 games because of all the weapons they have, but they've been a little bit up and down lately. And a lot of that has to do with a little bit with Kawhi not playing as well as he did last year. You know, um, not just him, but it's part of it. As far as finals are concerned, if I had to guess right now, I mean, there could be some other potential trades that could upset this, the way things are right now. I had a friend of mine tell me that the Cavaliers are now shopping Kevin Love, so whoever can land him, uh, that might change the dynamics of them, especially if it's an Eastern Conference team. But right now, I have to guess it. Right now, if I'm a betting man, I think the finals might be the Lakers and the Bucks. Um, if I had to, of course, the Lakers will be favored over the Bucks. I wouldn't totally dismiss the Bucks, but it'll be really hard for me to see a team beat the Lakers in a best of seven series with the Lakers with home court advantage. It'll be really, really, really hard. Um, Man, I'm telling you, man, like they're just beating the shit out of teams right now. It's not even really that close. Um, I'm just trying to think of some criticisms to say, or you know, the only thing, and Ticket talked about this. The only thing that you could really be concerned about is, of course, the re-injury to Rondo last night. And I also want to say, I'm sorry to see that Rodney Hood went down last night. When I saw it, it looked like that could be a potential Achilles injury, and unfortunately, it was. So, that's gonna be a devastating blow to Portland. Um, so, it is what it is, man. But the Lakers are on a roll, man. They're on a roll right now, and I think that Christmas Day game is going to be pivotal. The flip side of it is if the Clippers come in there and beat the Lakers and actually beat them convincingly, then that can like pretty much just change the dynamics of the situation too. You know what I'm saying? But you have to see how teams respond to losses. If the Lakers were to lose the Clippers and then they were on like a 2 game or 3 game losing streak, then that can make you change how you feel about the Lakers. You know, are the Clippers still in this team's head psychologically? You know, is it that they just can't beat this team? Um, I remember the Cavaliers. Now the Cavaliers of 2009, 2010, they're not the same team as this team, but I remember the hype was that team was going to roll through the NBA and win the championship. And I think that team won 61 games. I think Mike Brown was coach of the year. Um, that was the team that was finally going to derail the Boston Celtics, who the year prior didn't make it to the finals because of the injury to Kevin Garnett. And then ultimately, that team lost to the Boston Celtics in the conference finals, if memory serves me correctly. Because people were saying, oh, well, this is a team that's going to beat them. Boston's getting a little old. But it turned out that Boston just was a thorn in LeBron James' side. You know, so much so that LeBron ended up leaving Cleveland and going to Miami. So anyway, we'll see, man. We'll see about this season. But right now, with 20 games into the season, the Lakers look like the best team in the NBA.